heard in mainstream movies, but really does need to be heard. Now, you all know I'm a news person, and so in the context of what we've been living here in Quebec and in Montreal over the past few weeks, you can't turn on a television to global, I hope, or open a newspaper without hearing stories, and often really kind of frightening stories about tensions between cultural communities. I think we just have to stop and pause and think for a moment and breathe and ask ourselves, what are we so afraid of? We really need to open up a dialogue. It's critical, particularly at this point. And can you believe that it's happening in 2013? And this is why festivals like this are so incredibly important to society. Do you agree? I hope you agree. This festival so admirably opens that dialogue. Fabienne Colas and her team have put together an incredible collection of films, more than 100 of them that we're going to be seeing over the next 12 days, that open our minds and open our hearts to each other. The goal, I think, for Fabienne is to inspire us, but also to start that dialogue. Let's talk. Let's discuss stuff. And what better way, of course, to open that dialogue than with a little bit of pure poetry on the screen with our opening film tonight. We're so excited to have the premiere of Chasing Shakespeare. And after I spoke with the director a few minutes ago, I'm even more excited. We're going to talk a lot about the movie, but you know, it's been billed as a film by a white director about a love story between a black man and a Native American woman. And if that doesn't shake up your cultural stereotypes, well, I don't think anything will at this point. We're so pleased to have Yvon with us tonight. He's going to speak a little bit later, and when you hear him talk about his film, I think you'll fall in love with it, as I did for the 5 minutes that I spoke to him. As well, I mentioned Tantu Cardinal, and Mike Wade is here as well. We saw him getting out of his limo earlier, and that was super exciting. And we're also here tonight, of course, to pay tribute to one of the other stars of the film, Danny Glover. I hope all of you had a chance to meet him. I think that you all know him as an actor, most famously, of course, for the Lethal Weapon franchise and in The Color Purple. But you might be surprised by the Danny Glover that you get to meet tonight. I had a little preview earlier today. I got to speak with him one-on-one, and I'll tell you just a sneak peek of 2 things. He is a man who is supremely passionate about movies, particularly independent movies, and also about his 10-year-old grandson who got a kick last night. So he likes to talk about that. Yeah, he's a really fascinating man, and Fabienne is going to tell you a little bit more about him in a few minutes. But we're going to start tonight, I'm going to start tonight by introducing a woman who is very dear to my heart. She's my boss and my extremely good friend. She's the news director and station manager of Global Montreal, and she's here to tell you why we get involved with this festival every year. Ladies and gentlemen, Karen Macdonald.
Thank you very much, Jamie. Bonsoir à tous, esteemed guests, award recipients, friends of the festival, bonsoir. Il me fait vraiment plaisir d'être parmi vous ce soir. Global Montreal et Shaw Communications sont très fiers de notre partenariat avec le Festival international de film black de Montréal depuis maintenant 4 ans. We've always been so happy to support this festival because it allows Montreal movie fans to see films from around the world that would never make their way here otherwise. And I would like to personally congratulate the organizing team for putting together such a varied and interesting schedule of screenings and events. Félicitations à Fabienne Colas et Yvon Castonguay et toute votre équipe. Bravo! Through the films that the festival presents, and the people it honors, the festival pays tribute to storytellers around the world who are unveiling truths and making a difference. We salute the courage, conviction, and the efforts of the filmmakers participating in this festival to succeed in making their movies. This festival celebrates our diversity, not only here Quebec, but throughout the world. We're filled with praise and appreciation for these artists who are helping to change the way we all see our planet. And we do have to talk about it, as Jamie just said. Alors, nous vous invitons à découvrir la richesse et la diversité des nombreux films qui font du festival de cette année la meilleure édition jamais présentée, j'en suis certaine. We're sure this year's festival will be the best one ever. Bon cinéma à tous.
Thank you, Karen. Yeah, she's right. I think it is going to be the best festival ever, especially with this terrific opening night. 9 years ago, there was a lady who had a vision for a film festival. And I think even early on, she wanted it to be about more than just movies. Fabienne Colas, if you've ever met her, wants to inspire. It's in her entire spirit. I mean, everyone and anyone in the arts community in this city knows her and knows that Fabienne is a tour de force. She's passionate about film, clearly, but not just film. It's the second year in a row that Fabienne has showcased film and humanity. Last year, the great Harry Belafonte was awarded the first humanitarian award. It was a phenomenal evening, and this year followed up by the awesome Danny Glover. I wouldn't be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, if years from now, the Montreal Black Film Festival is presenting an award like this to Fabienne Colas, a humanitarian award for creating not just this festival, but the dialogue that gets us all talking and communicating that we're discussing tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Fabienne Colas, the president of the Montreal International Black Film Festival.
Thank you, Jamie, for such a beautiful introduction. Thank you. We're very happy to have Jamie tonight as a host for the festival. Thank you, Jamie. Monsieur les corps consulaires, messieurs les députés dans la salle, j'ai la représentante, mesdames et messieurs les représentants des communautés autochtones. Nous avons d'abord le grand chef Picard dans la salle, Justin Picard. Distingués invités, chers amis. The Montreal International Black Film Festival is tonight 9 years old. And you know, 9 years in the life of a festival like this feels like an eternity. And thank God, we've been having a powerful partner with us for the last 4 years. And may I say thank you to Global Montreal that embarked with us on this tremendous journey. And now we're just moving forward. Thank you to Global Montreal. On ne serait pas ici aujourd'hui à fêter nos 9 ans si vous n'avez pas été là avec nous depuis le début. Alors je prends le temps de vous dire avec tout mon cœur, merci beaucoup de non seulement venir, d'acheter vos billets et de répondre la bonne nouvelle à chaque fois pour que le festival puisse grandir d'année en année. Donc merci à vous les fans, merci à vous les cinéphiles, c'est vraiment un honneur de vous avoir. Vous savez, 2013 is a very symbolic year for the festival because it is the 50th anniversary of Dr. King's speech, I Have a Dream. And it also coincidentally marked the second terms of the first African-American president, you know? So c'est comme une boucle qui est bien bouclée. Et c'est dans ce contexte que nous sommes en train de célébrer notre 9e édition et de recevoir des gens comme Danny Glover. So my job here tonight is to read 10 pages of Danny Glover's extraordinary journey. So let me, I don't think it's a good idea, nobody's laughing. So my team anticipated that moment. So they have been putting together a little clip that you're going to be able to watch so you can have a little glimpse of who Danny Glover is really, I know everybody knows Danny Glover from all those beautiful films. I mean, he's been playing in more than 60 films. Mais c'est rien du tout à côté de tout le travail de Danny Glover en dehors du cinéma, en dehors de l'écran. Et ce soir, c'est cet aspect qui nous intéresse. Nous voulons lui remettre un prix ce soir pour tout ce qu'il fait, tous les efforts qu'il fait pour aider les sans-voix, aider ceux qui ont vraiment besoin d'avoir une plateforme. Mais avant de vous présenter ce prix, on peut ensemble regarder quelques clips.
Actor, producer, and humanitarian, Danny Glover has been a commanding presence on screen, stage, and television for more than 30 years. As an